Okay, let's talk about Chapter 13. Chapter 13 is about the actual job search. People think, well, I can find a job. I can find a job online. That's no problem. But there's some things that you need to know and you need to do in order to find that job and be successful finding the job. And to do a good job search is really critical because if you're not looking for the right job or if you're not serious about it, you're applying for the wrong jobs. So your book talks at some length about self-discovery. And you think about that and you think, I know who I am. I know what I can do. But there's some other things, some questions you need to ask yourself. What are your skills? What is it that you're good at? Okay? You could say that you're a great auto body repairman. But what you really are great at is the painting portion or repairing the dents and all of that. So think about what you're really good at because that's going to make a difference. What are your interests? If you're not interested in doing one part of the job in auto body, you don't want to do the painting. You want to do the dent repair. I don't know the actual term. I'm sorry for that. But that's the type of job you need to look for because you need to look for something that you're interested in and that you will be happy at. Where do you want to live? Think about that. Do you really want to be in Fresno? Do you want to be in the Bay Area? Do you want to be in LA or do you want to be in Arizona or Nevada? You've got to answer this question because before you can look for jobs in that area, you need to know what it's going to cost you to live there. Los Angeles or San Francisco is going to cost you a whole lot more than Fresno is. Certain parts of Arizona is going to be a lot less expensive. Certain parts of Nevada is going to be a lot less expensive. What tools and equipment do you need? If you're going to be in auto collision repair, do you need tools of your own? Okay, same thing on auto repair of any kind. Do you need your own tools? How much is it going to cost you? That's something you need to look at these job when you're doing your job search. Okay, what is your experience? Really truly think about that and answer that. What is your experience? The job announcement may say that they want 2 years of experience. And you say, oh, I've got that. I've done that at home and everything. But what they're looking for is 2 years of paid experience. So be careful when you answer that question. And what are your qualifications? That's a lot like what are your skills? But you need to think about that. What type of job are you qualified for? And don't be afraid to sell yourself when you're looking for these things. Know what your references are going to say about you because most company, a lot of companies call references, some don't. Because I don't know whether you're aware of it, but it's difficult to give a reference nowadays. If you give a reference that for your good buddy and you don't tell the truth on that reference just so he can get the job, the employer could give you some trouble. And then too, if you give a bad reference, the person that is looking for the job could come back and say, hey, you kept me from getting a job. So be careful. Know what your references will say. Find good references. And as a matter of fact, in this chapter, you're going to start to create your reference list. Where can you look? I have put a list of some of the sites that you can look. This is some of the online sites. If you're looking for Fresno City College or any of the local community colleges, this is at sccd.edu. Don't forget to look at places like this. They've got some really interesting jobs, especially those of you that are going into either electrical or you're going into some kind of design. There's very good job listings there. These are some of the others: Indeed.com, Monster.com, USA Jobs. Those are government jobs. And that's going to be probably worldwide if you look at that one. This is just a few of the sites that you can look at online. There are so many more. And if you are on unemployment, they have a website there. One of the different things that you need to do, you really need to do it, and you need to do it starting right now, is you need to start networking with people in the same field that you're interested in. Once again, if you're going to auto body collision, see if you know somebody that has a shop that they could put the word out there that you're looking for a job. That sometimes that's the best way to get a job. Okay. And also be careful of your electronic image. And what do I mean by that? Watch your Facebook. A lot of employers now, instead of going to your references, they're going to go to your Facebook site. They're going to go to some of these other social media sites and see what you're posting. So be careful of this. This is one that is getting more and more prevalent with employers. They do search sites like that. And keep a good attitude. You're going to have to search for on a lot of jobs before you find the right one. So it's going to take a while, and then again, it might be the first job you apply for. So what are we going to do on the Chapter 13 activities? I've got the job search sites here. Now I want you to go out and find some jobs. And this job search activity, when you look at that, you're going to go out, you need to go out and find 3 jobs. I've got 3 on here, I think. I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but you'll see there. I want you to tell me the website where you search for the job, the title, the salary. Sometimes the salary is not in the announcements. That's okay. Just put it's not in the announcement. What education or experience is required? I want you to find 3 positions. Let's go to 2. 2 positions that you qualify for when you graduate with your degree. Do not look for a job that is asking for a bachelor's degree or that's looking for 10 years experience. List 5 keywords. That is going to be your action words. And I had those posted before. I'll make sure I repost those though. How do you apply for the job? Do you send in a resume? Do you apply in person? Or do you electronically submit a resume to them? How does the company want does the company want any other information? Do they want pictures of your work? Do they want anything? What is it that they want? And who do you contact? Sometimes it's you're just going to contact the website, which would be like Indeed.com or something like that. And you need to go out and search for 2, let's say 2 jobs out there and see what you could find. You're going to find that it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge than you think, because you really need to be real careful and find out what your major is and how you can qualify for some of these jobs. Then, of course, you've got your study guide questions, and we're going to stop right there because I am going to do another video for the portfolio portion. Okay? All right, we'll see you when we talk about the portfolio.